Hi all, and welcome back to the Scuba Diver Magazine YouTube channel. My name is Marcel van den Berg and I'm a PADI Platinum Course Director. Today we're going to be talking about being a caring person, and really caring about your students is one of the greatest attributes you can have to become a really good diving instructor. Alright, this is part of the series, so now we are focusing on number 4. Caring is one of the best attributes to become a successful diving instructor. Alright, if you really like this video, please hit that like button and give us a big thumbs up, which will help us out a lot. And also please don't forget to subscribe to this video and hit that notification bell so you are updated for any of our future videos as well. Alright, if you really want to become a diving instructor yourself and you don't know where to look for, have a look in the description also, because you will find my personal website, and I'm still teaching IDCs every single month, and I would love to chat about how you can become a very successful diving instructor yourself. Also, I have 2 YouTube channels myself. You can find the links below. I focus on tons of training tips for scuba divers, so don't forget to subscribe to that also. Now, that was a lot of talking about all these channels and links and stuff like that. Right now, let's just focus on this video and let's focus on how you can care more about your students to even become a more successful diving instructor. Alright, so tip number 4, which is also a very important one to become a more successful diving instructor, is to care about others. You know, be a caring diving instructor. And this is so important because what a lot of us don't always realize is how nervous some of the students really are to do this. And there's so many people that feel ashamed, and they're trying to hold themselves up, and they won't admit it. So they're walking around even a little bit sometimes with an arrogant attitude, going, "Oh, I'm going to go scuba diving. This is not going to be difficult, whatever." But deep down inside, they are really nervous or even scared. And not just for the open water. A lot of people are scared to just go into the pool, even into the shallow end of the pool. So understanding this makes you a much more caring diving instructor, and that's what those nervous people want. Can you imagine if you were the student that's a little bit nervous? What's the number one thing you want? Do you really want to have the most funniest instructor right now? Do you want to have the one that's super passionate? Of course you do, but down the road, during the course, when you get less nervous, when you get better, when you did more skills, then they're opening up for humor and passion. But in the beginning, the ones that are nervous, they don't care about anything. They just want to stay alive, and they want you to keep them alive. And that's why it's so important to care, because if you fakely try to care about people, like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay," and "Oh, don't worry about it, put an arm around him, it's gonna be, follow me," then they're going like, "Oh, okay," and they're still thinking about all these scenarios that might go wrong and how to solve them by themselves. But if you recognize that people are a little bit nervous or scared, and a lot of times, with a bit of experience, you can see it deep down in their eyes, or when you just feel something is off, just pull them aside, never in front of the group, of course, but pull them aside and sit them down, have a cup of coffee, put an arm around them and say, "Hey, what's up? Is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything, that you're worried about?" And most of them, they do really open up then, and they kind of go like, "Oh, it went well yesterday in the pool, but I mean, now we're going into real stuff, and I know you told me it's shallow, but I'm actually a bit worried about the fish, and I've always been scared about fish, and scary shark movies, and and then you can then laugh about them or say, "Oh, it's gonna be fine, it's just fish, whatever," but that's gonna make them even more nervous, or definitely don't want to trust you, or even want to cancel. Just put yourself into their shoes, I want to say, but maybe fins. Put yourself into the fins. Little stupid instructor joke right there. Anyway, put yourself into their fins and try to feel what they're nervous about. And if they say they're nervous about fish, then maybe you can relate to that. That's really important. Relate to them. Say, "Oh, that's okay. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that are nervous about fish." Not in a way that it's not about them anymore, but just just to let them know that they're not alone. And to be honest, like I grew up in the scary, jaws, sharks eat people, generation, and of course I thought, I was worried about sharks also, and now I learned that is pretty much the opposite around, and the sharks are in real trouble because of us, and they're incredible creatures, and that of course in the end is still a shark. It's not it can hurt you if it wants you, but it most of them doesn't want it. And if you don't provoke it and take some distance and stuff like that, it will be a life-changing experience to see some of the most beautiful creatures down there. And if you explain it to your students, they're gonna understand that not only it's gonna be less scary, but they're gonna understand that you care about them. You took the time to talk to them about their fears. And when you are in the pool or confined open water, and somebody, a lot of people that have issues with clearing their mask, they breathe a little bit of water in their nose, and they might cough a bit, they might stand up, in the shallow end, and they might not want to do it anymore, or start to overthink everything, and it only takes that one hand on their shoulder sometimes and say, hey, don't worry about it, give it some time. When they kind of look up, like look them in the eyes and have those nice eyes, don't squeeze them in the shoulder and go like, hey, what's wrong with you? Get a grip. It's into your mouth, out through your nose. How difficult can it be? I know that sounds harsh, but I've seen instructors do that, and of course you're going to lose your students, or some of them might make it, but they're going to be instructors or divers, and then instructors maybe one day with that attitude also. So you really want to be nice. You want to give them time. Not too long that they start to overthink these skills, I guess, but those are tips for another video. But you want to care about them, understand the stress that they're going through. It does help if you had a bit of stress yourself when you were a beginner diver. Me, for example, I had a couple of moments in my open water course that I wasn't that good. And I know some of my friends that are watching this right now, you probably go like, he's still not good, haha. But those days were different, and I was definitely nervous for a couple of things. But I had a great instructor. Instructor took care of me, and really cared about me, and that was the reason for me not to quit and keep going. And now, not only did I become an instructor, that I got that far because I've kept going, but I understand completely how it feels to be nervous, and how incredible it feels to have a fantastic instructor that takes care of you, that cares about you. And that inspired me to do that to my future students, and that helped me to become more successful, right? So caring is really important. And there's not really a course you can follow how to be more caring. So I guess just being a nice person and just try to understand the nervousness, the fear that they're going through, and give them some great time. I've once had to sit for an extra 2 hours in the end of the day after a swimming pool session to talk with one of my students to get them inspired to go into their next dive, and it was 2 extra hours. I was tired. It's a long day, and I really wanted to go home, but I was more happy sitting there talking to my student and trying to convince that person to keep going than to just be at home, I guess, and playing PlayStation. That I do also like, but caring about students I like more, right? And I think that's important as well. Now remember, if you like these videos and these tips, then please smash that like button, because it's going to help this video to move up with Google and rankings, which means that more people can see this video, and that means that we can give these tips to more people as well. Plus, it's just a personal compliment. I kind of like seeing that little like number going up. So thank you very much for that. But even more importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button and hitting that notification bell. That's really important, because then you get a notification for every time we upload a video in the future. So that's really cool. But even more important to me, like I said, I love to be around students and teach students and improve on things myself. And I know that you guys have fantastic tips yourself that really work well for you to become more successful. So there is a comment section down here. So please leave a little comment. You know, if you liked it, say I loved it. If you didn't like it, say, oh, I didn't like a certain, you know, tip. That's okay too. And maybe I can reply on that, and we can see if we can learn from each other. But even more important is if you know something really cool, then please put it in the comments below, because not only other people can learn from that, but I can learn from that as well. And I love to always improve my skills as a diving instructor also. So that will be awesome. Now, to finalize this, I know there's a lot of information, but if you want to become a diving instructor yourself, so you're watching this thinking, should I become a diving instructor? Then again, I teach monthly IDC courses. So in the description below, I have a link of my website. Please check it out. Lots of cool information on how to sign up for the course, and then please get in contact with me through that website by sending me an email. But you can contact me also by things like WhatsApp, Messenger. We can call each other. You know, send a postal pigeon or do some smoke signals. I don't care. I am ready to chat with you and to discuss your future becoming a diving instructor. So don't forget to check out that link. And then last but not least, don't forget I have my own private YouTube channel as well, which is Marcel Berg for the professional videos, and scuba diving tips for recreational videos. So those links are down there too. So please check them out, and please hit that subscribe button on those channels as well. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you Scuba Diver magazine as well for allowing me to use your channel to share these tips with everybody. And guys, by far one of the best scuba diving magazines out there. So if you haven't checked out Scuba Diver magazine, please do so. You can do it online or by paper version. And of course, you can find those links down here also. All right, everybody, enjoy diving, enjoy teaching, enjoy your students, and become more successful. All right, bye-bye.